Hey everybody, Nick here, and today we're going to do a little disassembly and maintenance on this little guy right here. This is the Katsu knives. Actually, I don't even know the freaking model of this. It's a thing, that's for sure. It is the Katsu knives camping folding razor blade leather sheath. Catchy. Alrighty, weird freaking knife. Actually, thank you very much to my buddy Hawkwit over at Lamplight Reviews for recommending I check this guy out. Beefy old pivot on this guy, whatever. Because I never would have even thought twice about it, and it's an interesting piece. So anyways, let's go ahead. Okay, and we had disassembled. So, man, this thing's strange. It is a titanium Framelock front flipper. Who is making this? This design right here feels a lot like the kind of stuff you see out of WE Knives, with a lock bar insert, over travel stop, ceramic ball bearing. It's not machined internally at all, which explains why it's so damn heavy, and they've got an inlay pattern that I think I've seen on a Shabazz someplace before. But nevertheless, and then the clip is kind of Shiro-ish. Whatever, it's a very, very strange piece, and it's disassembling itself, and that's okay. We'll put all the pieces back together. Luckily, though, it seems to be relatively simple in construction. Like I said, there is a ceramic detent ball here, pardon me. Steel lock bar insert. We are getting pretty good to go. All right, there we go. There we go. And let's pop this loose here. This is greased up with something kind of vaguely awful. Let's go ahead and get a Q-tip so I can get in there a little bit better. If you're ever curious about the tools I'm using for my disassemblies, go on ahead and check out nickshabazz.com/tools. That will link you to a video where I describe each and every one of them, as well as a little Amazon shop front where you can get links to them and purchase them there directly if you'd like to support the channel, or go buy them from someplace else. That's totally fine too. But okay, got that cleaned out. Let's put a little booze on this here, and the blade is now good to go. Let's go ahead and clean off whatever grease they put on these bearings. Using steel bearings in brass cages, maybe brass, I don't know. Looks brassy, but what do I know? All right. Let's go ahead and pop this out here. There we go. There we go. This is a heavy little piece right here. I really wish they'd done some internal milling. I think that would make this considerably wow, damn, I'm good. Considerably more compelling, I think. But it's not a big deal, I suppose. This is such a weird freaking knife. We can see some evidence, if we look closely, of pitting. This is something that's often discussed but seldom witnessed. You can see here that there are little tiny divots right here where what am I trying to say here? Yeah, right here, again, you can see it. There are little tiny divots from the ball bearings where they've pressed into the titanium. This must be a softer titanium than usual or something like that. Because that's not something you see very often, if ever. So, weird, right? I think, already, I haven't carried this thing, really, but right now, my conclusion from everything to this moment about this knife has just been, oh, weird. Super weird. This thing is so freaking strange. All right, let's go ahead and put the bearing, actually, put some lubrication down. I use some 10-weight nano oil here. I have reviewed one Katsu knife before, and it was just hot garbage. And so, I'm always interested in trying strange things, and this, oh boy, is this a strange thing. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and put that there. Let's put that there. And I am putting this all here. There we go. We are almost getting good to go here. Let me rotate this around. I'm not applying more. I'm just rotating the bearings a little bit to make sure those are in position. I didn't lubricate the detent ball path, but I'll go ahead and lubricate the detent ball, and that will take care of itself. Now, next step, we are, let's go ahead and put the clip in here. It's a long Chicago screw there. I need to put this little spacer there. Need to put this in there. I need to, because I already see problems with the pivot there, and divots in the pivot, so to speak. It's like an elf on the shelf, except less good for normalizing your children to a surveillance state. Anyways, I digress. Those things are creepy as hell. How did we come to accept that as a society? Anyways, I digress. To avoid the pivots on the divot there, I am going to be very, very ginger, so to speak. My hair is turning red already in my my treatment of the pivot screw. I want to make very, very sure that I am not accidentally over-tightening in there, or else I'm going to have problems. So what I just did there is a little trick that I've picked up, basically, where what I do is I've got my thumb on the other side here, and I've got my thumbnail kind of pressing into the fabric, and then I'm just sort of unscrewing this thing from that little gap, and I find that that's actually very effective at clearing out thread locker and such like that. So, anyways, in full ginger mode here, I'm going to go ahead and put in this pivot here. I'm going to loosen. Is that free spinning? Of course it's freaking free spinning. All right. Make sure I'm not cross-threading. All right. Put that in there. Just very, very hand tight to start with. Centering is good. Action's better. No play. This thing is so weird. Oh my God, is this thing bizarre. It's also huge, but that's beside the point. And you can actually feel, as you're running this, those divots in there, which just means that probably at some point during the disassembly process, or I'm sorry, during the assembly process originally, somebody over-tightened the pivot, and as a result, you get those little divoting going on there. But anyways, so pivot divots aside, that was pretty smooth, I'll say, and hope this has been interesting to you. Have yourself an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.